Hey guys, it's Elisa, and I decided, okay, so I spend so much of my time talking to random people that I do not know, giving them advice about life decisions that they should be making in regard to their relationships, and they have no idea who I am. So I made the decision to, at the end of every video I make, just include one fun fact about myself. That way y'all can slowly but surely get to know who is giving you advice. So I'm bilingual. That's just a really fun thing you should know. I speak German and English, and I lived in Germany for like 9 years. My mom's side is from there. My dad's from America, my mom's from Germany. My dad was stationed, because he joined the army, he was stationed in Germany, met my mom, they fell in love, had my brother, came back to the States, had me, went back to Germany, because he got stationed back in Germany, and that's when I grew up there for 9 years. Then came back to the States, where we live in South Carolina now. So, my German, it's not amazing, but it's pretty good. I could survive on my own if I needed to, but every time I go home to Germany, it literally picks back up within 2 days, because I know it. It's just, if you don't use it, you lose it, but you don't actually lose it. It just roughens up. So that's just my fact of the day. Anyways, I received a request on, where did I get, Instagram. Okay. Here it is. So it's kind of a long story, and I'm going to keep it anonymous, but I'm going to read it and I'm going to address it. So, he said, "Hi, Elisa. First of all, I'd like to thank you for putting out your videos. They're really helping me a lot." Oh, thank you. I'm glad they are. "I'd like to request a video if you have time. Here goes. I dated my ex for more than 5 years. Tomorrow would be our 6th year anniversary. Ouch. She broke up with me in October last year. My parents came home from Texas, because I'm from the Philippines, and they really made sure to catch up on family time, so I had no time on the weekends to go out with her. But I would make sure to go to her work every single day to catch up, and I still find time to squeeze in a few dates here and there. Good. But she said she became busy too, and she started dating another guy from her work. While y'all were dating? I was hurt, but I accepted, since this wasn't the first time she had another guy. We still talked until November, but then she got seriously depressed from work and wanted to cut off whatever we had." Did she cheat on you? Because you didn't clarify. I'm just going to wait till the end. "Naturally, I begged and chased her until the whole month of December. By January, I started to back off a bit, although she'd asked me for favors here and there. One day, she told me she didn't want me to wait for her anymore. I calmly agreed and proceeded with no contact. 2 days later, she asked me if I was mad at her. Oh my god, I don't like this girl. As she felt guilty and a bit scared that she was finally losing me for good. Yeah, you're right. She got shaken up. 4 days later, she blocked me on Facebook, but unblocked me when I asked her why. I hate girls so much. Now, for the past week, I haven't initiated contact. She texted a few times asking me how I was doing. I replied politely. Then yesterday, I saw that she greeted my dad a happy birthday on Facebook. This is going to be such a fun video to talk about. She texted me at 2 a.m. saying that she greeted him. I thought it was odd, as they were never that close. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I guess my question is, what do you think is going on in her mind? If she's already dating someone new, why is she keeping in contact with me? I tried to ask her out a few times, but with no success. Should I still pursue her? I love her very much, and I would do anything for her. I'm scared to ask how she's doing, because maybe she'll start ignoring me again. I'm extremely sorry that got a tad longer than I intended. I hope you find the time to read it and hopefully respond. Thank you, and more power. And please keep this anonymous." Okay, so, this girl sounds very immature. I know that, I don't know you, I don't know her, I don't know y'all's entire situation, but she's very immature. I don't know how old you are. Basically, I don't know if you didn't clarify if she was still with you when she was dating the other guy. If she was still with you, then she cheated on you, therefore you need to let her go. But you said she just started dating another guy from her work. I was hurt. And then you said, blah, 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 and then we cut off whatever we had. So I think she cheated on you. I can't tell, but she just seems like a very immature girl. I don't understand what exactly made y'all break up. It just sounded like y'all got kind of old of being with each other. She was depressed from work. Okay, that's the first thing. If she was depressed from work and needed time to herself, why would she start dating someone else? I think she's getting tired of you. It sounds like she's getting tired of you and she wants to spice things up, or maybe she isn't excited by y'all's relationship anymore, therefore she wants to find that excitement from other guys. Therefore, as a result, she turned to this other guy, and she's happy with him, but every time this new guy doesn't give her the attention or the love or the reassurance that she's looking for, that's when she comes back to you. That's why she unblocked you when you confronted her about it. That's why she reached out to your dad. Okay, the whole dad story, that makes me laugh, and I'll talk about that in a second, but, it just sounds like she wants you, but she doesn't want all of you anymore. You know, you are her safe haven. I can speak closely on this because one of my best friends, her and her ex dated for 3 years, and she broke up with him, but I'll tell you what she says, because maybe her words will help you figure out the mind of a girl. So she broke up with him, and she's dating other guys, and she's like, yeah, I really like these new guys, but I want to move on from my ex-boyfriend, but I just haven't found the right guy to pull me away from him yet. Like, she still talks to her ex all the time, and her ex-boyfriend wants her back so badly, but she keeps kind of pulling him along on the string because she doesn't want to fully commit to him, because she doesn't love him the same anymore. She says, I still love him, I just don't love him the same. I don't love him to date him anymore. I just love him because I loved him for 3 years, but he makes me feel safe, and I love that he loves me. She always says that, I love that he loves me. And that's where this girl's standing. She loves that you love her. She loves that if she's not getting the attention that she wants on the streets, she can come back to you and have it. You are her safe haven. You are her home plate. You are just where she goes when she's feeling that neglect, when she's feeling that loneliness. You know, she comes back to you whenever she wants to be refilled, but you are not a soda machine. You don't refill her. You need to be like the circuit of her love, not just like spurts of attention whenever she wants it. Like, she's literally just using you, and that's what my friend is doing to her ex. She's using her ex-boyfriend. She doesn't love him in the way that you should love someone. She just loves him because she loves the attention that she gets from him. She loves all the kind words and the effort that she gets from him. Like, she loves what he offers her, but she doesn't love him enough to be with him anymore. She wants to date new guys. She wants to be put back out there, but every time she gets rejected or every time she gets hurt, she runs right back to him, and that's what this girl's doing to you. But my friend's ex-boyfriend doesn't have the balls to say, no, I'm done. I'm not going to be your little, like, refiller anymore. You know, you need to have the balls to tell her, I know that you love her, and it does sound like you want to be with her, but she just sounds immature, and what is she going to do if y'all do get back together? She sounds very weak, very, like, sensitive, very fragile, like, to stay with. It sounds like anything that you do can mess up the relationship. So why would you want to stay with her if it sounds like the littlest thing is just like tick her off, or the littlest thing is just drive her away? She just doesn't seem like a very strong girl to date, you know? And I'm going to look over your message again. The reason why she contacted your dad on his birthday is because she doesn't want your family to forget about her. I can speak personally from this because I did the same thing with my ex-boyfriend. I didn't contact his dad, but like, in the beginning of the breakup, I would do things to where the family would still see me and see what I was doing, because I would want his family to ask him about me. I would want his family to talk to him about me. That way they could kind of like put it in his face, like, oh, look at the girl that you lost. You know, this is who you lost. This is who you broke up with. And that's why she contacted your dad, because she wants your dad to talk to you and be like, oh, she was such a good girlfriend, or oh, you lost a good one. Like, we do that. That way the family doesn't forget about us. And, like, I genuinely do care about my ex-boyfriend's family. Like, I loved his family so, so much. But, and I like it when they see what I'm doing, because, you know, his family was my family at one point. But, you know, eventually, like, some members in his family started to unfriend me, and which, like, I knew that was the right thing to do. You know, there's no business for me to see what they're doing anymore, and vice versa. But your ex, you need to maybe have your dad unfriend her if you want to be done with her, which I think you should be done with her, because I'm a girl, and I know exactly what's going on through her head, and she doesn't love you in the way that you love her. You know, you're in love with her. And if you listen to the song, Not in That Way by Sam Smith, it's called, Believe Me, I Love You, But Not in That Way. It's basically saying, like, one person loves the other. I'm just going to read the lyrics because I am not intelligent enough to talk off the top of my head. Not in that way lyrics. So basically, a boy loves a girl and a girl loves a boy, but I think the girl is in love with the boy, or the boy is in love with the girl. The lyrics say, and I hate to say I love you when it's so hard for me. I hate to say I want you when you make it so clear that you don't want me. I'd never ask you because deep down I'm certain that I know what you'd say. You say I'm sorry, believe me, I love you, but not in that way. Like, that's what I feel like your girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend's going through. Like, she loves you. She does, because y'all spend so long together. But she doesn't love you in the way that would take y'all to marriage, or would take y'all to have kids, or would take you to do anything. I'm just going to skim over your message again to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I'm proud of you for doing no contact. It really pisses me off, though, that she told you not to wait for her anymore. Like, she literally said, okay, you can go now. When a girl says that, we never mean it. We never want the guy to go. We just say that to, like, test him, to see if he's actually gonna go. But you obviously didn't know that, so you went off, and then she got mad and asked you if you were mad at her. Like, she's very immature, and she's not blatant. Like, normally if, like, me, for example, I've become very, very blatant since my breakup, like, with guys. Like, if I want space, I'll say, look, dude, give me some space. Or if I want attention, I'll say, okay, like, why aren't you paying me as much as attention as you should? So she's not like that, though. Like, if she wants attention, she does the opposite. She says, okay, don't talk to me anymore. So she's very immature in dating, and I'm surprised that, like, you're even questioning this if y'all were together for 5 years. Like, I feel like after 5 years, you should kind of know her routine. But everyone's different, I guess. But But you're definitely right. The reason why she was shaken up was because she realized that she was losing you for good. And when girls lose their home base, you know, their safe haven, that's when we freak out. We get on edge because we have no one to turn to. You know, we kind of feel like we're homeless, like we're on the streets because we're so used to being with this person. And once they leave, we have nothing. That's what happened to me. I had nothing after my ex left because I put all my eggs in that basket. But I didn't turn to the things that people turn to after a breakup. Like, I literally turned to myself because that's all that I had. And she's not doing that. She's turning to this new guy. She's turning to using you for attention. But she doesn't really want you anymore. She just wants what you have to offer, which is really screwed up. She unblocked you. The reason why she blocked you was to stir you up, because she wants you to want her, but she doesn't want to have you, if that makes sense. She's dating someone new, so honestly, you need to let her have him. That's pretty much the last thing I'm going to say because I am running a little short on time. She made up her mind. She does not want to be with you anymore. And she even went as far as making an excuse as to why she doesn't want to be with you anymore, because she's depressed. But then again, like, she's dating other guys. That's, like, literal bullshit. So you need to, like, take her decision and let her have it, because right now she's playing you so hard, and you're letting her hop on each side of the fence. You're letting her come back to you when she's lonely, but then go back to him when she's had enough of you, but then come back to you whenever he's not paying her any attention, and then go back to him. Like, you need to literally make her decision for her, because she doesn't know, and honestly, like, she just sounds very immature. And you need to say, look, I love you and I want you, I want to make this work, but I don't deserve the pain that you're putting me through. You made the decision to leave me for him. Your wish has been granted. Have at it. And then at that point, you need to remove her off of everything. Give it a month. If she truly loves you, and I'm talking truly, like the love that you read about in books, she will find her way back to you, whether it's through email or coming to your house and blatantly saying to your face, I'm sorry, Wow, I just worked an 8-hour shift. I'm sorry. You're who I'm meant to be with. Like, I'm not saying, like, she'll text you, I miss you, or, like, she'll unblock you and say, sorry, like, I miss you. Like, she's not going to just kind of beat around the bush. She's going to say, no, like, you are who I need to be with, and we are going to make this work. Like, she will find her way back to you, but you need to quit letting her play hopscotch in your heart, because that's so unfair to you, and you should not let her do that, because I promise you, the more you allow it to happen, the more often it's going to happen. It keeps happening because you keep allowing it to happen. So you need to draw some lines, because I promise you she's not going to do it, especially with another guy in the picture. So I'm going to have to wrap it up. If I missed some points, I'm sorry. I'm glad to do a part 2 if you want it, but let me know if this video helped. I think you need to cut it off with her, especially just temporarily. Just focus on yourself. Don't think about her, because honestly, she sounds toxic. And even if y'all were to get back together right now, it would not be a very good relationship. It'd be very weak and brittle, and there'd be a lot of trust issues. So that's just my opinion. hopefully some fresh eyes can help you see the decision that you need to make. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the request. If y'all have any requests, I'm going to put my information down below. Y'all, God bless. Bye.